I did my project on Paraguay. Paraguay was founded or declared independence from Spain on May 14th of 1811. The capital of Paraguay, Asuncion, was founded on August 15th of Assumption Day in 1537. The name Nuestra Señora Santa María de la Asunción means Our Lady Saint Mary of the Assumption, which is the Roman Catholic Church celebrates the feast of the Assumption on August 15th. This explains why the capital is named what it is. More about Paraguay. Paraguay is a landlocked country between Argentina, Brazil, and Bolivia. As of from 2017, they have had a population as high as 6.811 million. Due to being right in the middle of South America, Paraguay is also known as the heart of America. Paraguay's capital. Paraguay's capital is known as Asuncion, but this isn't the city's full name. The full name of Paraguay's capital is Nuestra Señora Santa María de la Asunción. This is also the largest city in the country, located on the left bank of Paraguay's river. Paraguay's culture. Paraguayan history is based off of two cultures, European and Guarani, together. This culture fusion is still a big part of Paraguay's culture. 80% of Paraguayans speak Spanish and Guarani. Many have mixed these two languages, and over time it became known as Japara. Paraguay's traditions. Dia de San Blas is annually celebrated on February 3rd with celebrations such as festivals and parades that last week-long in larger cities in San Blas's honor. In many smaller villages, they typically just host religious services, but this traditionally goes on all across Paraguay. Verbena de San Juan is a traditional fair event celebrating St. John. It comes from the Christian faith, but this traditional festival is part religious and part cultural. This tradition has many bizarre rituals like walking over hot embers and jumping over huge bonfires to be forgiven from their sins. Popular destinations in Paraguay. Popular destinations in Paraguay. The Gran Lopez Palace is in Asuncion and is very popular destination because it is the seat of government housing and the president's office. The Itaipu Dam is a huge hydroelectric dam on the Paraná River between Paraguay and Brazil. It's known for its nighttime light shows and views from the Central Lookout. Ciudad del Este is a city on the Paraná River in Paraguay, and it is mainly known for its shops and malls and the Friendship Bridge. The Friendship Bridge connects the town to Brazil and offers beautiful city views along with views to Argentina and Brazil. Paraguay's currency. The national currency of Paraguay is the Guarani. 1 Paraguayan Guarani is equal to 0.00015% of a United States dollar. 1,000 guaranis would equal $1 US. Paraguay's government. Paraguay is a representative democratic republic with a multi-party system and separation of powers in 3 branches. These 3 branches are the legislative and executive and judiciary. The president of Paraguay, which is Mario Abdo Benitez, he is the chief executive and commander of the armed forces and police. Geography of Paraguay. Paraguay's land consists of many grassy plains with low wooded areas to the east of Paraguay's main river named the Rio Paraguay. The west of this river is called the Chaco region, which has nothing more than low marshy plains, and farthest from the river there are much higher plains where you will find your mass of people with dry forest, scrub, and in some locations there will be jungles. And that's it. This is my brochure. It says things to see in El Paraguay. The Triple Frontier. The Triple Frontier is basically where all 3 rivers meet from Paraguay, Argentina, and Brazil. This is where they all connect. And they have basically like a bridge here, which symbolizes each side coming together. This is the water where all of the rivers meet. Another place where you can go see, which is very popular, is Monday Falls. It's a 45-meter tall and 120-meter wide waterfall named Saltos del Monte. It's beautiful. A lot of people go and see it. And the museum, Casa de la Independencia Museum. This museum is in the capital. It basically is a museum that takes you back in time to show how Paraguay gained their independence from Spain and just the history of the country gaining its independence. Another place is the National Pantheon of the Heroes. This place is a national monument and landmark for remembrance of Paraguay's heroes. The place kind of looks like one of the cathedrals that I'll show you in my storybook. This is my storybook called Patricia's Trip to El Paraguay. I drew Paraguay on the map. Patricia and her family are taking a trip to Paraguay. Their flight from Ocean Springs to Paraguay will be 8 hours and 45 minutes. On the plane, Patricia learns that in Paraguay, the people speak Spanish. She is so excited to be there. Patricia and her family first go to see the Cathedral de Nuestra Señora de la Asunción, which is a beautiful cathedral in Paraguay's capital. Patricia then goes to see the Costanera de Asunción. This is an amazing place to look out onto Paraguay's main river. It's basically a road, and then people over time built just this big spot and area for people to get a view of Paraguay's main river. Patricia then travels to see Casa Viola, which is an old landmark and architectural building. After seeing Casa Viola, she brings her family to see Fuerte Olimpo, which is a historic site which shows off where the Indian tribes mainly spent their time in Paraguay. The next page says, Patricia and her family finally end their trip with seeing parades for the festival Dia de San Blas. This is them at the parade. They all had an amazing time, and Patricia has learned so much about Paraguay on this trip. The end.